Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing really well. As you can probably tell by the thumbnail of today's video, I'm going to be testing out this 60p Primark hair mask. I picked this up a couple of weeks ago and I did a Primark haul on this channel. I'll leave it linked above and down below if you'd like to check that out next. I picked this up from the beauty section and I thought this would be a perfect product to test on my channel. We'll see how this compares to the more expensive masks that I've been trying out recently, and I will link all of these types of videos in my hair playlist so you can check back to other products that I have reviewed in the process. But without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing that I noticed when I kind of took a deeper look into this hair mask was that the ingredients really aren't that great. There aren't too many ingredients, but the ingredients it does have just outlines the fact it is a cheaper product. So I've just focused the ingredients here for you because I can't pronounce half of them, but you're going to see a lot of alcohol in there, which is typically more of a drying agent, which isn't that great to see. And there's just a lot of kind of buzz ingredients there that just don't do that much goodness for your hair. And I'm kind of concerned that the second ingredient is an alcohol, which, like I said, typically dries out your hair and doesn't do much good for it. So as you could tell there's just a lot of alcohol and a lot of different acids that are just too high up in the ingredient list for me. But I'm still going to try it out. I'm still going to tell you how it works on my hair because that's what this channel is all about. I like testing things, especially if you are just starting your hair care journey. Is it better to get something like this and try it out? And if it does work for your hair, then great. Or is it better to avoid this type of product with these types of ingredients? So I'm just going to read out the instructions here. It just says massage into wet hair, leave for 10 minutes before rinsing thoroughly with warm water. And it's just the smoothing hair treatment mask, the smooth and sleek one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wet my hair like I normally do in these review videos. I'm going to place it on my hair, but instead of 10 minutes, I think I'm going to try and leave this on for at least an hour, because I find that no matter what hair mask I use, the longer you can leave it on, the better. I feel like an hour is a great amount of time that you can kind of just tidy up any loose ends that you've got around the house and then have a wash. That's what I'm going to do today. And so let me wash my hair. My hair honestly needs a wash so bad. It is so greasy and it's got so much dry shampoo that it's actually holding its shape there. So let me just wet my hair and I will show you what it's like to apply. Okay, I've just wet my hair in the sink, which is obviously not the most ideal thing to do. These types of masks you could obviously also apply in the bath if you're having a bath. Because obviously you can kind of sit there and leave it on for 10 minutes whilst you have a bit of a soak and a relax. But I'm just going to brush my hair with my wet brush. This is the product I always use when I wet my hair, just to prevent any knots, especially as I've not washed my hair in a good couple of days. Just needs a bit of a brush through before I put a mask on to prevent any permanent knots. So let me just continue brushing this through. That will do. For anyone that's new to my channel and this is the first video of mine you're watching, this is how long my hair is. So it's quite long now, and I've done videos in the past where I've talked about tips on actually growing your hair, because my hair was always like this short and would never grow. So hair mask is one of those points I really rave about and really believe. So that's why I'm interested to see what this is actually like in the hair. Okay, I have just squeezed every last drop out of that and you get this much product, which honestly I would typically use more than that on my hair because it is so long. But if you don't have as long as hair as me, then one should be fine. I really should have picked up two thinking about it, but I still want to give it a go as it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm just taking that on my fingers and I'm just running it through my hair because I don't have the luxury of fully saturating my hair. So I'm just going to focus first of all on the mid-lengths and ends. It has a really weird smell to it as well. I don't know what it smells like, but it's kind of got a perfume in it. Let me see if perfume is on the list because it smells quite fragrant. Yeah. Perfume is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down, so it's not high up, but it's obviously had an added fragrance, which you typically find with products like this they put a fragrance in there to hide like a bad smell. Maybe not the case for this, but that's what I found in other experiences. So now I'm just taking the rest of that, and I am just taking it slightly higher on my hair. I normally like to do hair masks on my entire head because, as I understand it, growth comes from your roots, of course. That's where your hair grows. You always want to make sure that you treat your ends, especially if they are drier. But I like to put product all throughout my whole hair because the hair that's there is going to grow down to there and there. So I just feel like you may as well take as best care of it whilst you're doing a product. So let me just try and work that into my hair. I actually don't think that that's a bad amount. It is, I can feel it in my hair and it has kind of gone all over, but I guess I would have liked to double the amount just so that I could have put the same amount of this product on my hair as I do my normal hair mask that I do on this channel, just to give you a fair comparison. But that is the 60p like portion of it, and it's not terrible, but I kind of would have liked more just because I have longer hair. The time is currently 5 to 12. So like I said, I'm going to leave this on my hair now for at least an hour. I will let you know what time it is as I'm about to jump into the bath. I think I'm going to have a nice little soak in the bath, nice little day bath. And I'm going to use my same shampoo and conditioner that I use on all of these hair mask reviews, just so I can give it a very fair comparison towards the other ones that I've used and tested. But yeah, I'm going to leave this on for at least an hour and I'll check back with you, show you the time, and then tell you the results at the end of this video. So it has now just been literally exactly an hour since I put this mask on, and I feel like it's ready to come off now. I feel like the longer you leave a hair mask on, the better. I love leaving hair masks on overnight and then washing them off in the morning. I find that you get such amazing results because your hair is truly nourished and it's just reaping the benefits for a longer period of time. That said, I'm going to jump in the bath and I'm going to wash this out, and I will show you what it looks like after the bath. Normally I let my hair air dry, and I'm going to do the same today. Again, just so that this review is really comparable to the other hair mask reviews I've done on this channel, and we can gauge how my hair looks at the end and whether this is a product I'd recommend, whether it's one that I would tell you to go out and try, or if there's a hair mask that I've already tried, even within the lower price point, that I think is better than this one. But let's have a look and see what the product is like as soon as I've washed it out. I am now out of the bath and I used the hair mask and obviously just washed it out. And my hair feels no different really to when I normally wash it without using a hair mask. So we will see what it's like once it's dry. I did want to mention here, just so I don't forget when I do my final thoughts on a product, this is a cruelty-free product, which is brilliant. It doesn't mention anything about being specifically vegan, but I don't know if there's any products in here that mean that it can't be certified vegan. But it is cruelty free, so that's really good to know, and something I do like to mention if the products mention it. So I'll be back in a couple of hours time once my hair is air dried. I very rarely blow dry it, and it's one of the tips that I always recommend if you're looking to grow your hair long. But yeah, I will be back shortly and I'll show you what it looks like, and hopefully we have some results to show. So it is now 9:20 in the evening and my hair is fully dry since using this product as a mask, and this is what it's looking like. So I'm going to show you this first before I talk about my thoughts. So I feel like, to look at, it actually looks quite shiny, and I find that a lot of hair masks give me this type of shine, which is really nice to see, and that's kind of all I really liked about the product, if I'm honest. And you know me, I'm always going to be 100% honest. If a product I try I don't like, I'm going to tell you. And whilst I don't think it's the worst product in the world, so even though I don't understand every single ingredient listed here, I do know certain buzzwords, and I know that a lot of the products mentioned here just aren't great for your hair. I also can't see keratin listed actually as an ingredient, even though it mentions it has a keratin complex. And so for me, I just don't know how much good this has done for my hair, like on a long-term basis. Obviously short term, it's added a lot of shine, which I'm definitely not mad at. I find that my hair looking shiny makes it always look artificially healthy. But would I recommend this? No, not really. I kind of wanted to mention as well that when I brushed it out, right now it kind of looks okay. I think it's just settled down in itself because it's a lot later in the day. But when my hair started to dry earlier on, I found that it actually went a little bit frizzy. And there's several knots that have developed in my hair. I know I could just feel one then as I just separated my hair. Generally it feels quite soft and bouncy, and I don't think it's done too much damage to my hair, but I've found a couple of knots, especially in the back where, to be honest, my hair knots easily, but when I normally brush it with a wet brush, it stops any knots coming through, whereas I just find that this has actually knotted quite quickly, and it's annoying because now it's looking really nice, but the process of it drying and then when it was first dried, I just didn't really like the way it felt. So whilst this claims to help to soften and tame hair, and it's for all hair types, I think it has kind of softened my hair and it's definitely added that extra shine, which everyone really likes. But do I think that it's for all hair types? I think if you've got more coarse or curly hair, if you've got naturally curly kind of afro hair, you're not going to want to put these types of products on your hair. It's going to dry it out and it's going to provide no long-term benefits, whereas there's so many other masks formulated for your specific hair type. I just don't think a 60p one from Primark will do you any good. And that's kind of all I have to really say about it. Obviously I try a lot of hair masks, and whilst this is looking and feeling quite nice now, I just know with the ingredients that this has in it that my hair is not going to be that thankful on the long term. I'd rather invest my money in a hydrating hair mask that definitely doesn't have as much alcohol, especially alcohol so high up in the ingredients list. To mention though, there are no sulfates or parabens in this, which is good, but there is just a lot of drying ingredients, which for someone that really wants to focus on moisture and hair health, I just am very aware that those types of things are not great for your hair. Alcohol isn't always a terrible product to have in hair care, and I'm going to talk about this in a future video, but ultimately alcohol can help it penetrate into the hair. So with certain ingredients it's not the worst thing in the world, but because this is literally the second ingredient and the first one is water, it's really, really high up. So yeah, I just will not purchase it again. And I just wanted to be completely honest with you guys. That's how I'm feeling. What do you guys think? Do you think that my hair is looking a lot healthier? Would you try this out? Do you think that you'd be tempted to pick up a affordable hair mask from Primark? And like I say, if you're new to hair care and you just want to try something really affordable and see if it works for you, give it a go. Why not? I just think as I'm trying so many more hair masks now on my channel, I just want to really educate myself on ingredients, and from my initial research I just know that these types of ingredients just aren't the best to be putting in your hair. It's the same as your skincare, and I basically understand hair care the same as skincare, and what you're putting into your hair you wouldn't put on your skin and vice versa. So that's something I'm just bearing in mind. But annoyingly it does look really nice now. But yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think and whether you're going to give it a go yourself, or if there's any affordable hair masks that you've tried that you'd like my 2 cents on. Please do leave them in the comments below and I'll try and get through as many as I can, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.